What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another review. And considering my thumbnail, happy April Fool's Day. So this was about to come out like what, 2 or so years ago, the first trailer when it came out. There have been so many trailers, and with each trailer there was an improvement. Every trailer did its job. The hype was real. I loved every single trailer. I reacted to all of them and just loved them. I think the design of Morbius compared to the comics was amazing. It was threatening. There was a sense of horror in the elements. There was also a sense of adventure. You can see there was a storyline. You can tell they were building something great. And I gotta say, man, was that all false. This movie is not complete. Now, this is not a bad movie. You can tell there's a story, but it has all been taken out. The only saving grace for me is the design of the Morbius. That's it. Everything else is just dumbed down. There is no actor in there that can shine. Even though there are some amazing actors, they are just not able to shine in anything, in any scene. The action is just cut out again. But let's just start from the beginning. So the story. Well, there's a story, a vampire. That's about it. The story really doesn't really go anywhere because every chunk of greatness has been just ripped out. And the thing is, you can actually tell there are so many sequences where things happen. One character is just one place, the other character is one place, and then all of a sudden this one character just met the other guy, but then it's like, wait, how's that even possible? It should have taken you that long. Why is that character just still there and not just been gone by now? It's stuff like that. Again and again and again and again. Every story thread that you think will amount to something, it's been cut out. There is a relationship going on. There are a couple of relationships, best friends, love relationship in there. All of that is also cut down. You never feel anything. There's a story where one is a good guy, the other is a good guy, but one turns bad, but they never get into it. There's also the character of Morbius. Should have been three characters. There's the character Vampire, where he's the vampire. There's a character where he's a scientist, and then there's himself. There's no struggle you do not see, even though there are scenes that depict that. But the story is literally cut down to its bare minimum. I shouldn't even say bare minimum, even more than that. That it amounts to nothing. The love relationship, you're like, okay, well, all of a sudden it happens. You're like, and then all of a sudden something else happens. You don't feel anything. There is a whole story with a professor, let's just say, and there's a relationship with these two guys, and he'll help them in their lives. He was a big part of it, and there's a story thread there, but that amounts to nothing. Even though the story is telling you to like care for that, it just does not give you enough because sequences are cut out. The editing is so bad. They didn't even take care of it that because you can tell the parts that are cut out. Tyrese is in it, and there's a whole detective thing, and it should have amounted to something, investigation and all, nothing. And you can tell there are sequences taken out because they're in the trailers. I'm not going to specifically say which one, but when you watch the movie, you're like, it'll just come to your mind if you have watched the trailers recently, like, where is that stuff? So all those news that we were hearing last few weeks, it's not just that stuff. It's a lot of other stuff. It's the movie itself. They have cut down the movie. So there's nothing left. Sequences happen. All this movie is, it's literally cutscenes of a video game just put together without the actual story between each cutscene. It goes from one to the next to the next. One, you're going to the bats. Next, you are the vampire. Next, you already have your powers. There's no struggle, no nothing. It's just going by the numbers and doing the bare minimum. And when the finale happens, I kid you not, never have I ever slept through an action scene. No matter how bad the movie was or how boring it was, there was twice I fell asleep for a few seconds and I actually missed a few little things. But I did not care. Because the last sequence where it amounts to everything, you have this big battle, it just happens and it just ends. Just like that it happens, then just like that it ends. And you're like, okay. And then there are the post-credit scenes. And you can tell they were moved and they were edited the hell out. And you should be excited. If this was a good movie, what they show at the end, it should make you excited. But the movie is so bland that by the end of it, you're like, why? Why should I care? Why should I even care about the character Morbius? And on top of it, it happens, you're like, well, how? What is going on here? Where did they take all these sequences from and put them? They're kind of misplaced, and you'll see because the editing in there too is really bad. So overall, it's not a bad movie. It's just not a complete movie. It's not even like the stuff that you heard about. It's everything else. Any kind of humanity, any kind of funny stuff or humor, everything has been ripped out of this movie and it's just given out like this. This is one of the, maybe the worst superhero movie, in my opinion, that Sony has done. I do not know what they were thinking, why they decided to edit it to this extent and just give out like the bare minimum. No idea, but you can definitely miss this one. Just know there's a character Morbius now, and he's a vampire. And that's all you need to know. You don't need to actually go watch the movie. So that's kind of my take on this one. If you have watched it, what did you think? You might end up liking it. You never know. And if you're planning to watch it, well, after you watch it, please do leave a comment below. And other than that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support. If you like this review, there are a whole lot others on the channel. Please go have a watch. And yeah, take it easy, take care, and I'll catch you all soon. Until then, ta-da, a cow.